So for today, she'll be the assistant one, even though she's the main one, because she liked that much better. Right, I need to be moving now. Well, good morning. I am not Andrew Gibbs. Andrew was supposed to be her Cory in today's service, but unfortunately is under the weather, so I am filling in for him, and I am Amy Firestein, she, her pronouns, and we wish Andrew getting well soon, and we miss you. As I mentioned, today's service is being led by our wonderful Cory Ness. Exactly. And our wonderful flowers. Whoever you are, wherever you live, whomever you love, whatever you do for a living, you are welcome at the Unitarian Church of Harrisburg. We invite you to join us for coffee hour. And yes, we still have coffee hour. Following with coffee. So we do have coffee. They did get the coffee working. And so yes, there will be coffee at this coffee hour if you are here in person. We are either going to be in the chapel or you are on Zoom. And I now invite you all to take this moment to make our space sacred by silencing your electronic devices and preparing yourself to be present. Online or here in person, we are grateful for this time together.
Good morning. We have chosen to bring ourselves here to this sanctuary today to gather as a community of faith. We join together in solidarity as a covenant people who are drawn together by the promise of connection and the mysterious pull of the unanswerable. As seekers, wanderers, appreciators of nature, and creators of connection, our paths have converged today so that we might become present to the spirit that is worship. And so, let us worship together. Each week it is our tradition to light a chalice, which casts a circle of light to hold us all. As we create anew this symbol of our shared faith, let us reflect on these words by Eric Walker Wilkstrom. We light this chalice for all who are here and all who are not, for all who have ever walked through our doors, and for those who may yet find this spiritual home, and for those we can't even imagine yet. For each of us and for us all, may this flame burn warm and bright. And now I have a reading for you in defense of the dandelion by Samuel Pickering Jr. Before we got here this morning, I was talking to some of you, and we're not seeing as many dandelions as we have in the past. Anybody else sense that too? Yeah, I have to wonder if maybe it's the rain and lack of sunshine. But we know they still exist. Spring has arrived, and so have the dandelions. Here by the porch, there by the drive, everywhere. For years I struggled to get rid of them. One summer, I wore out a pair of leather gloves digging them up. Another summer, our dog Fred almost died from drinking the weed killer that I had mixed in the garage. I'm older now and have learned better. I just sit on the porch and leave the dandelions alone. In fact, we have grown fond of one another. I have decided that the real American beauty isn't the rose, but it's the dandelion. The common dandelion is not a Native American. Like most of our ancestors, it didn't travel first class, and there is no record of its arrival on the shores. All we know is that it seems to have come from Europe, and like those huddled masses who sought a better life in a newer world, the dandelion put down roots and thrived. Grateful for this opportunity to settle, it was content to make wayside and wasteland bloom. Unlike the cultivated rose, the dandelion is, in its stem of stems, a populist. It generally prefers hard homesteading on barren ground to pampered living in a potting soil. The dandelion smiles just as brightly in backyard tenement clutter as it does beneath the boxwood border of an English garden. In contrast to the formal rose, which makes a sticking point of ceremony and can be prickly with those who do not show proper deference, the dandelion is friendly. It even enjoys the company of children as they weave it into garlands. How many of you remember doing that? And there's another thing that we do with dandelions I'll bring up in a moment. The dandelion lives in a clean and simple life. It opens and blooms at sunrise, and closing up tightly goes to bed at sunset. It keeps healthy and respectable hours because it is a family flower. 100 to 200 florets compose its yellow blossom. As the florets mature and finally pollinated, the dandelion's stem lengthens. Sacrificing its position in the world, the dandelion now lives for its children, closing one last time until the florets have grown into seeds and are ready to leave home. Then the gray globe expands so that the seeds can catch a breeze and start out well in life. No other flower embodies the American spirit as well as the dandelion. When the going gets tough, pansies and petunias wilt. Neither the strong winds nor heavy rains can break the dandelion. When the petals of the dogwood blossoms are scattered and the peony is beaten to the ground, the dandelion still holds its heads up bravely. Unlike the southern magnolia or sagebrush, the dandelion is not tied to a particular region of the country. It is a national flower. Moreover, it is a flower for all months and climates, from January through December. The dandelion blossoms somewhere It may be found in Arizona under the shadow of a cactus, and in Florida's orange groves, or on a ledge in Colorado's mountains. Such a flower is a bright sign of hope, and when winter comes, the days and nights seem black. Remember that somewhere in America, the dandelion is blooming.
When we gather in community, it's important to remind ourselves and each other of why we are here and what we've agreed to try together. Here at UCH, we've decided our goals are to encourage each other, to equip each other with what we need to succeed, and to empower each other to do good things. We renew this promise by reading our covenant together. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service is our gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
So when Yvonne asked me to do this, to play this song a couple of weeks ago, I was trying to learn it, and I was working on learning it, and I thought, what is this song about? I didn't understand what it was about, and then it occurred to me, without knowing what the theme was today, that the song has got to be about the dandelion. It doesn't say that in the song anywhere, but it refers to all these names of what used to be the dandelion. So when you're wondering what Laura is singing about, that's what it is.
To call you lion's tooth or wind blow. They used to call you milk witch or parachute. They used to call you evening glow. Scatter seed, scatter seed. Football field, scatter seed. I'd never call you just a weed. Let new names take, let them thrive and grow. Dazzle me, you little son of the grass. I hear you roaring, death to long perfection. The timepiece no longer known as. Scatter seed, scatter seed, the fallen star of the football field. Scatter seed, I'd never call you just a weed. the fallen star of the football field. Scatter seed, I'd never call you just a weed. Scatter seed, the fallen star of the football field. Scatter seed, I'd never call you just a weed.
Good morning. Time for our latest story is entitled Little Dandelion Seeds the World. And I would like to invite any of you who are willing, this book has a lot of action words in it. So if you're willing, you can get up and have the action words. Oh, sorry. Apparently we're close to my... Okay. So again, the story is entitled Little Dandelion Seeds of the World, and if you'd like to act out the action words, please do so. Swish, swirl, 100 seeds fly. One little seed flies with the wind, far, far away, darting, drifting, dropping, down with a root, up with a shoot, and little dandelion blooms in Africa. The flower fades, fluff puffs, poof, swish, swirl, 100 seeds fly. One little seed zooms on an ear, till it's snatched by a breeze and blows far, far away, flying, fluttering, falling, down with a root, up with a shoot. A little dandelion blooms in Asia. The flower fades, fluff puffs, poof, swish swirl, 100 seeds fly. One little seed spins in a cyclone far, far away, twisting, twirling, tumbling, down with a root, up with a shoot. A little dandelion blooms in Australia. The flower fades, fluff puffs, poof, swish swirl, 100 seeds fly. One little seed hitchhikes on pants, far, far away, sailing, strolling, stumbling, down with a root, up with a shoot. A little dandelion blooms in North America. The flower fades, fluff puffs, poof, swish swirl, 100 seeds fly. One little seed becomes a snack. The bird flaps, and it flaps far, far away. Is the seed done? What do you think? Oh. The bird drops a plop. Ew. Down with a root, up with a shoot. A little dandelion blooms in South America. The flower fades. Fluff puffs, poof. Swish swirl, 100 seeds fly. One little seed slips into the sea, far, far away. Skimming, surfing, splashing. Down with a root, up with a shoot. A little dandelion blooms in Antarctica. The flower fades. Fluff puffs. Poof. Swish swirl. 100 seeds fly. One little seed floats to the sky, far, far away. Parachuting. Pirouetting. Thank you, Laura. Plunging. Down with a root. Up with a shoot. A little dandelion blooms in Europe. Swish swirl, all over the world. Poof. One little seed, wait a minute, wrong page. Sorry, pages are stuck together. That is the end of the story, but, sorry. I do have an author's note that I'd like to read. Originally from Europe, dandelions now bloom on all 7 continents of the world, even Chile, Antarctica has dandelions on the shoreline of the South Georgia island. This is due in large part to the dandelion's ability to clone or copy itself. The dandelion flower turns into a seed head that contains 40 to 100 seeds. Each seed is a perfect clone of the parent and is capable of growing into a new dandelion without fertilization. Dandelion seeds travel in many different ways. They fly with the wind, using their fluff as a parachute. They float on water, splashing onto distant shores. They hitchhike by sticking to clothing or the fur of animals. They even travel in bellies.
So I wonder, if you were a dandelion, where would you bloom? And then where would you travel? So joys and sorrows. Now is the time when we engage as a community in the sharing of our joys and sorrows, our concerns and milestones. When we join together to hold each other in support and in celebration, we deepen our sense of interrelationship. We may find our sorrows eased and our joys magnified. I invite you to share them now through writing them on a slip or typing them in the virtual chat. Please indicate whether your message is okay to share out loud. You can also honor whatever you are holding in your heart by placing a stone in the water. Please come down the center aisle, and we're going to go back on the side aisles. Spoken or unspoken, our hearts join with yours in carrying all that life brings.
From Jim and Nan Kavanaugh. A joy. Last weekend, we were at our Grand Twins high school graduation party in Pittsburgh and saw what beautiful people they have become, and dozens of friends and family reinforced this. And a sorrow. On the way out after a long and tiring day, Nan missed a step on the front porch and fell down, 5 to 6 concrete steps. The ER confirmed no broken bones, but the damage to her right dominant hand required stitches. The wound to her right leg is healing slowly, involving lots of rest and elevating to reduce the swelling. She is sleeping in as I type this. From Sally Miser. It's my birthday today. A mixed joy and sorrow. Hugs are welcome. A joy from DMS. My joy to share is that I had my second of 14 survivorship appointments on Thursday. I am fully healed from surgery and radiation and remain cancer-free. From Susan Norris. Rhonda Todd is in the hospital at Penn State West Shore. She is likely to be there a few more days. Please keep her in your thoughts. I can provide her mobile after the service. From Kevin Geist. Sadly, our friend Charles Cocky from Togo has been hospitalized over the last 3 months. He is at Harrisburg Hospital and would welcome French or English-speaking visitors. From Jesse McLaughlin. Overly grateful today for guidance over defiance, with capital G-O-D. Another from Kevin. Gratitude that our friend Wenji and his family were able to flee safely when their home neighborhood became the battleground of rival gangs. Praying they will be able to return to their room. And from Lois Voigt. Sorrow for the trans members of the armed services currently losing their careers. For all of the joys and sorrows unspoken, we place one more stone in the water.
May we move towards encouragement for more compassionate living. Our kindled chalice reminds us that here we have kindred souls. We are never alone in the human condition, and that there is a love that cares for all.
My soul, I
I grew up with my 16-month younger sisters, they were twins, dreading the sight of dandelions as we knew what was to come. It was dandelion picking time. We lived back a long and winding dirt road through the hollow in a valley with a creek in the backyard. And in the summer, we would dam up the creek to make a watering hole for those long, hot summer days. But before summer season began, in the spring, my sisters and I went out into the yard with baskets and paper bags to pluck the yellow dandelion heads. We had a rather large yard, about 2 acres, that my father would diligently mow each week. I know what some of you are thinking. Quit mowing. My grandfather lived across the creek on a farm in an old log cabin with quite a bit of acreage, farm animals, field crops, and even more dandelions. I can still see the field of dandelions in my mind everywhere we looked. We didn't know why we had to pick the dandelions at the time. We just had to do it. We collected bags and bags and baskets of dandelions. Later in time, we learned why. Because it was time for my grandfather to make his dandelion wine. So for many of us, the dandelion is a well-known weed, and in a metaphorical sense, a bully due to their persistent and resilient nature, which can disrupt the neat and idealized appearance for lawns. They are seen as weeds by many because they are difficult to remove and easily reproduce, spreading quickly through wind-dispersed seeds. Did you know that there are 30 different species of dandelion, and they are part of the largest family of flowering plants in the sunflower and daisy family? Inspired by the jagged shape of its leaves, the weed's common name derives from a French term which means lion's teeth. The flowers, leaves, and roots of the dandelion are edible and have been used since ancient times in salads, jams, teas, and wines, as well as in herbal supplements to treat a range of ailments from arthritis to depression. Dandelions are a type of flower that attracts and supports pollinators like bees and butterflies and other insects. They provide both pollen and nectar and serve as a valuable food source, especially in the early spring when other flowers may not be blooming. The dandelion has a taproot and a hollow stem, and in time develops a rosette at the base of the plant with a single head. The bloom is bright yellow and resembles the sun, and is composed of many tiny flowers. The flower's head then morphs into a star-like orb composed of individual fruits with feathery white hairs. As the fruits mature, the stalk lengthens, holding up a white moon like a puffball. It is tradition at this stage to, what do we do at this stage? We make a wish and blow upon the dandelion, sending the little parachutes containing the seeds dancing into the wind. How many of you remember doing this as a child? The dandelion is a symbol of resilience, strength, and transformation, and renewal in many cultures around the world. Dandelions represent resilience and strength because they are known for their ability to thrive in challenging conditions, pushing up through the concrete and returning year after year. This resilience has made them a powerful symbol of strength, determination, and the ability to overcome adversity. Just like dandelions, we too can tap into our inner strength and persevere through life's challenges. They also represent transformation and renewal as they transform from bright yellow flowers to their delicate wispy seed heads. This metamorphosis represents personal growth, change, and the power of transformation. Embracing the dandelion's meaning in this context can inspire us to shed old habits, embrace new beginnings, and trust in our ability to evolve. So what about the environmental effects of dandelions? Well, dandelions have a mixed environmental impact. Yes, they do provide benefits to wildlife and to our ecosystems, and the harms can easily be mitigated with a few, they say simple steps, but we also know those can be challenging steps. First, the benefits of dandelions. They're feeding our ecosystems. The black bears, deers, rabbits, squirrels, and other wildlife enjoy snacking on dandelions as they begin looking for food after winter. This is especially beneficial to animals who have newborns or young that require additional feeding. Did you know that dandelions are nutrient dense, as they are rich in vitamins A and C and provide iron, calcium, and potassium? Dandelions can help pollinators. Though they are not native and therefore not as helpful as native pollinating plants, dandelions still offer benefits to a variety of species, including early nectar and pollen for bees, butterflies, and other pollinators, especially in the spring when other flowers are scarce. So I didn't know this one. I thought this one was really interesting. The soil aeration and erosion control. Their deep tap roots help loosen compacted soil and improve the aeration and reduce erosion. And now I'm going to talk about the downsides of dandelions. This is just brief. They're non-native species that can crowd out native species in green spaces. They're very invasive as their seeds are carried off by the lightest breeze. And they have a weedy appearance. Dandelions can be considered a nuisance in lawns, leading to the use of herbicides. Now, how to manage the dandelions? Not every gardener wants dandelions coating their yard and gardens, but managing dandelions without causing harm to the ecosystem is possible and beneficial. We are asked to pull the dandelions, don't spray. With a simple taproot, dandelions tend to come up from the base of the stem. And as I was gathering this information, they said, without much fight. Yeah, I beg to differ. There is quite a fight, let's admit it. But we still can try, and I suspect that with all this rain that we've had, they would come out easier in the lawns. They ask us to compost dandelions, as the plants break down the nutrients, can become water soluble, and ultimately be a part of our homemade organic matter. They encourage us to plant native. Adding native wildflowers, shrubs, and trees will not only improve the quality of our ecosystem in which we live, it will create a habitat and natural food source for wildlife. In conclusion, the dandelion, often dismissed as just a mere weed, is a fascinating and meaningful symbol of hope, strength, and transformation. By embracing the dandelion's meaning, we can learn to appreciate these resilient flowers for their rich cultural significance and their powerful message of perseverance. So the next time you spot a dandelion, take a moment to reflect on its deeper meaning and let it inspire you to overcome adversity and embrace change.
I don't know about you, but I have a whole new outlook on dandelions now. The Unitarian Church of Harrisburg is, as always, an intentionally gathered congregation of freely thinking, loving people. The church is created, sustained, and supported by us. And each week, we take up an offering where we ask each other to share money to support the church. We also use half of that money to help a charity, which is doing important work to improve the world. For the month of June, we are sharing with Power to the Hill. P2H is an award-winning, nonpartisan, all-volunteer group dedicated to improving the lives of those in the Allison Hill neighborhood. Through a partnership of Allison Hill residents and allies from the greater Harrisburg area, P2H advocates for voter engagement and active citizenship to inspire community action. If you wish to contribute online, please visit uchbg.org and scroll to the bottom of the page for options. You may also scan the QR code found on the back of your order of service. Or you can place money into the plates, which will be passed around shortly. Your financial support and commitment matter. Please consider giving what you are able. We graciously accept these gifts. And I was really trying to draw that out. There you go. Thanks.
Norbert Chopek is the creator of the original flower communion, a uniquely UU ceremony. Chopek was a Czechoslovakian, I know I butcher some words, so forgive me. He was a minister over in that country. Chopek wrote words of blessings and other worship elements to accompany the ceremony. He said, "These flowers are like ourselves, different colors and different shapes and different sizes, each needing different kinds of care, but each beautiful, each important and special in its own way. We are each beautiful and part of a beautiful bouquet that makes up this community and this world. And we are going to bless these flowers, bless this community, using the words that were used at the first UU flower ceremony. So I will share the blessing and ask that you respond with these words. We bless these messengers of love. Let's try that together. We bless these messengers of love. And if you feel so moved, you may also embody the blessing by lifting your arms and placing your palms together, putting your hand over your heart, or doing whatever feels the most true for you. Let us now offer our blessing. Infinite Spirit of love, we ask your blessing on these, your messengers of fellowship and love. We bless these messengers of love. May they remind us about the diversities of knowledge and of gifts to be one in desire and affection and devotion to your holy will. We bless these messengers of love. May they also remind us of the value of comradeship, of doing and sharing alike, and may we cherish friendship as one of your most precious gifts. We bless these messengers of love. May we not let awareness of another's talents discourage us or sully our relationships, but may we realize that whatever we can do, great or small, the efforts of all of us are needed to do your work in this world. May we bless these messengers of love. Amen. And blessing on these messengers of love. We are now each going to receive a flower. For those here in the sanctuary, you are invited to come forward to select a flower. I'm going to invite you forward in sections. You may come forward in the center aisle and leave by one of the side aisles. Those of you that are at home may hold a flower of your own or imagine a flower of your choice. Thank you, Amy. And thank you, Chris, for playing that beautiful song. That song always touches me. Within our hands, we hold the renewal of the world. Transient and imperfect, these blossoms are still gifts of infinite value. Like ourselves, too often we seek permanence and perfection, resisting change, blind to our shortcomings. We become caught up in the petty issues and routine activities of our daily lives. But may these flowers serve as a reminder as they allow themselves to open to the heavens, for despite their imperfections, they still have integrity. And though they are transient, they contain the seeds of transcendence, like ourselves. Let us then also open ourselves to mystery and wonder, fretting not about small mishaps or even for now, great misfortune. For the renewal of the world is at our fingertips. The renewal lies within us. Let us keep a moment of silent appreciation together. Just like a dandelion, I invite you to embrace change and let yourself grow. Wish upon dandelion seeds for a world full of justice, love, and happiness. Blow away the negativity, one dandelion at a time. Thank you.